Hey guys, this is Taya, and we are going to be playing The Legend of Heroes Trials in the Sky. So let's just get started, shall we? Aw, look how cute you are. Daddy's really late. I even got a message from the guild today saying he'd be home today too. And Shayra's gone traveling around the kingdom on some kind of training. I'm so bored. Maybe I'll just practice with my staff a bit more before dinner. Hey, I'm home. Daddy! Sorry to have kept you waiting, Estella. Did you take good care of the house while I was away? Of course I did. Did you run into any trouble? Did you get hurt fighting the bad monsters, did you? Nope, I'm as fit as a fiddle. That reminds me though, I brought you a present. Really? What kind of present? A new fishing pole? Sneakers? Something for my training? Jeez, you're needy. Maybe I raised you wrong, Estella. My little girl's supposed to like clothing and jewelry. I like pretty clothes, but they just get dirty. And jewelry breaks when you go play outside with it on. Anyway, what's with the big blanket? Is that my present? Oh, you're a sharp one. Why don't you come have a look? Oh god, it's a baby. You brought a child, another child. That is good parenting right there. Well, here you are. Quite a handsome boy, don't you think? What? Exactly, what? Why is my present a boy? Make such a fuss or you'll wake him up. Wake him up? You mean he's still alive? Looks kinda dead if you ask me. I've treated his wound, so he shouldn't be in a stable condition. In the meantime, however, we'll need to let him rest. I'll put him to bed, so if you wouldn't mind heating a kettle of water on the stove, I'd appreciate it. Okay. Wow, that's the worst parenting ever. He sure sleeps soundly. And he also almost looks the same age as me. This is the first time I've ever seen black hair like that, too. Does have a nice head of dark hair. You guys are creepy. That's nice and all, but how about you come clean and fess up? Yeah, who is this kid anyway? Where'd you steal him from? Are you a pedophile? And why is he hurt? Why did you bring him to our house? Where are his parents? Is he an illegitimate... I can't speak English today. Did you betray Mom? Picking up these kinds of words. Oh my god. Girl is going to get me into trouble one of these days with all her nonsense. And I don't even know his name. You mean Brace or something like that. Oh look. He's waking up. Yeah, where the fuck am I? Where am I? What are you trying to pull? Did you seriously kidnap me? Where are my clothes? Huh? You must be out of your mind. Why didn't you just leave me there to die? Wow, suicidal. That's great. Well, that's a question I don't know how to answer. Does things just work out that way work for you? Don't toy with me, Cassius Bryant. Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself involved in? Hey! Oh, she just, like, Mario stomped you. You're shouting a lot. It's gonna make it take longer for your body to heal. And just, what are you supposed to be? I'm Estella Bright. She's my daughter, unfortunately. She's really Mario stomping you. You are not a Goomba. Quit yelling! Alright already, but you jumping on me like that isn't gonna make me heal any faster either. I don't hear you yelling again, do I? Look, jumping on me like that is just gonna make things worse. Yeah, I can see that. You forgetting something? Huh? Your name, you know, the thing that people call you. I told you mine already, so don't you think it would be unfair and impolite not to tell me yours? It seems like the logical thing to do if you ask me. Trying to hide it now would only serve to your detriment. Fine, my name's... Wow. We don't get to know his name, you guys. We are unworthy of knowing the name. Alright. Now we're on a black screen. Black screen. Oh, I think we're all grown up now. Nope, somebody's making eggs. It's so bright in here. She kind of looks like the girl from Sword Art Online a little bit. Yawn. Slept like a rock. It must mean it's Dad's turn to cook this morning. Wonder if that means Joshua's still in bed. So his name's Joshua. Guess that's a no. Well, I guess I'd better get myself ready then, too. Clothing scene. weird musical scene. Playing an ocarina. Oh yeah. Song of Time. Nice, Joshua. Bravo. Good morning, Estella. I hope I didn't wake you. Nah, I was already up when I heard you start to play. I can't believe how awake you are, though. Even the roosters still have bags in their eyes. Not that I mind, what with that siren song of yours gently lulling this beautiful woman from her slumber. What do you mean, woman? We're the same age and I'm hardly a man. Tis, tis, tis. How wrong you are, Joshua. We may be the same age, but I am clearly the woman of the house. And that makes you something like my loyal follower, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, how fortunate for you. Could at least try and sound a tiny bit sincere. It really is a nice tune though, cheerful yet somehow wistful. I like your other songs too, of course, but this one's my favorite. What's it called again? The Whereabouts of Light. Light song! Go to the Temple of Light. That's right, the Whereabouts of Light. I knew that! I didn't just totally ask you what that was 2 seconds ago. I wish I could play the harmonica like you. It's a lot harder than it looks. Compared to what it takes to use a staff, I think the harmonica's much easier. It's really just a matter of concentration. You're probably right. I guess my problem is just that if I don't do something that uses my whole body, I start to feel drowsy. Okay, playing the harmonica's fine and all, but how about getting some exercise too? All your hobbies are sitting around kind of stuff like reading and music. Okay, no girl's gonna be impressed with just that. Well, excuse me for being so unpopular with the ladies. Although I feel like I should be the one lecturing you about your hobbies. I mean, what kind of boy wants a girl who loves fishing, collecting bugs, and has a fetish for sports shoes? That's enough talk about hobbies for now. And for your information, I graduated from bug collecting a long time ago. Really? I'll believe that when I stop finding beetles in the hallway. Hey, Estella, Joshua. Got like weird... Oh, never mind, it's just his hair. Morning, Dad. Morning, Dad. Is breakfast ready? It's ready and waiting. Why don't you both go up, hurry down before it gets cold? Okay. Thanks for the grub, Dad. Boy, am I stuffed. Are you eating or inhaling, Estella? Like people say, kids who eat and sleep a lot grow a lot. Well, make sure you get enough to eat, but don't forget to pour that energy into your work, too. That reminds me, you two are finishing up your training at the guild today, aren't you? That's right, it'll be a review of everything we've learned up to this point. And once we're finished, we'll be bracers, just like you, Dad. That means I'm not gonna let you treat me like a kid anymore, either. You still lack understanding, Estella. You can only become a junior bracer in the beginning, or in other words, a trainee. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you can work extra hard in your training to become a full-fledged bracer. Well, I'm not afraid of a little hard work. Just you watch and see what I'm capable of, Dad. I'll be so successful that it won't be long before I pass you, too. That's the spirit. Let's see what you're made of then, shall we? Let's not start a rivalry here, you two. Estella, keep your focus on the task at hand. We have a test later on today, remember? Huh? Wait, what test? Please tell me you didn't forget about the test. She forgot about the test. You know, the one that checks whether or not we've mastered the skills we've been learning and training. Don't you remember Skara saying that if we failed, we'd be stuck with a ton of extra homework? Crap. Totally forgot. Now that you mention it, I guess I kind of remember her saying something like that. Don't sweat it! I'm sure we'll manage somehow or another. I honestly don't know how you've survived this long, Estella. Your brain is like a sieve. Papa is sad. How could any child of mine end up with such a careless, over-optimistic personality? You're the one that raised me, so I definitely got it from you. I swear, the two of you act so much alike, but whatever. You should probably head over to the guild soon. Skara is gonna be waiting there for us. Sounds like a plan. You know how crazy scared she gets when someone keeps her waiting. Am I ever gonna get to play? Before I forget, it's my turn to cook dinner tonight. Is there anything in particular you'd like to eat? Any requests? How about Ron-style scalloped fish in the balsamic vinegar sauce? What's that? I think that's a little more than Estella's cooking skills can handle, or her stomach's. I just wanted to see what kind of reaction I could get. I'll just have the usual fried fish and omelet. No need for anything fancy, but do try to make something edible. How rude, but I can't actually say he's wrong. I do have one favor to ask before you head out. I'd like you to pick up a copy of the Liberal News from the General Goods Store. They're supposed to be getting the latest edition in today. Got it, one copy of the Liberal News from the General Goods Store. Mira. If there's any money left over, you can have it as your allowance. However, that means no wasteful spending. Alright, thanks, Dad. Okay, we're heading out now. See you later. Work hard and give blah blah my regards. Oh, I can play now. Oh god, how do I move you? So the controls on this are not that great, but that's okay. Let's see. Standing log with the staff for practice. I like how they walk, it's pretty cute. So this control takes some getting used to. That's alright. They move fast at least. Reading signs is for people that like to know what they're doing. Me personally, I like to just wing it. Oh dear. We're just walking into a wall. Oh, I was gonna go talk to the person that's walking into the stuff, but that's okay. We'll just do what the game tells us to do. She's waiting for you upstairs. Once you finish today's training, you'll finally be recognized as members of the Bracer Guild. Good luck to you both. Thanks! We'll do our best. So I'm assuming it's gonna be like some sort of tutorial. Oh, so Big Boobs is the chick we're gonna be fighting. Alright. Inversion through the Wheel of Fortune. This is a difficult combination. How should I interpret this? Since it's my last day of training, I figured why not? I'm ready to get this show on the road and become a bracer myself. I'll give you credit for your enthusiasm, but I'm gonna work you hard today in every way I can think of to make sure that high-spirited attitude of yours holds up. I hope you're ready. Quiet, you. Every time I teach you something, you somehow manage to forget it. This training is my way of trying to keep some of the information in your head instead of letting it dribble out your ears like it usually does. Don't worry, while Stella may hate studying and rarely ever does her homework, acts rashly, is overly naive, has a tendency to stick her nose into everything. Her instincts are sharp, so I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use an ornament with some practice. Eventually, Probably. I guess there's not much I can do now except hope for the best. Hold on a sec. Somehow I get the feeling that you weren't standing up for me. Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all the best traits accurately. Whatever. By the way, what were you trying to predict with your tarot cards? Your face was really intent. Oh, this? I was just trying to get a vague reading about what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have been in the right mindset to interpret the cards correctly. You couldn't read the cards. Now that's surprising to hear. Actually, the more profound the meaning of the cards, the more difficult they become to interpret. But that's not important now. I think it's time we start your final training. It's a minimal level of knowledge that bracers should have in order to function effectively. Make sure you pay especially close attention to what I'm gonna say. Yeah. What would you like to know about? Orbments are mechanical devices which operate by using what is known as orbal energy. A variety of effects can be produced depending on their structure and the type of quartz or process septium installed. Although it's only been about 50 years since their invention, these devices play an integral role in the facets of life, from light, heaters, and other everyday products to weapons, magic, and even airships. In connection, this technological reform is commonly known as orbal revolution. Alright. Bracers are investigative and combat specialists who work to protect civilians and maintain the stability of their respective regions. They aid the community in various ways, such as exterminating monsters, preventing crime, finding lost items, and escorting people and goods. The Bracer Guild, which has established bracers across the continent, manage the affairs of the bracers in each region. Liberal Kingdom. Ha! Rupees! The Kingdom of Liberal, in which we live, sits on the western half of the Southern continent and abounds with nature and deep-rooted traditions. Liberal is proud to be one of the leading producers of septium on the continent and is known for its high level of technology used to develop orbments. Orbment technology has also been a key pillar of support for Liberal in protecting its independence, as it has contended with neighboring nations. 10 years ago, when Liberal was invaded by the Sultan Empire, it was the use of the orbal-powered airships that saved the kingdom from defeat. Consequently, even now, our relationships with the Empire is somewhat sensitive, but thanks to the Queen's political finesse, Liberal enjoys peace. Alright. I don't need to know no more. To do today, I'll let you off the hook this time with the condensed review. I'm going to speed things up now and move on to practical portion of your training. How's today's practical training any different from the training we've done before? Since it's practical, that means you'll be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I'm going to have both of you run through everything as if this were a real bracer job. So what you're saying is there won't be any studying at a desk involved. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. This time you'll have to go out and make a physical effort to accomplish your task. I'll make sure to have your work up a sweat so I hope you're ready. Yeah, that's seriously just what the doctor ordered. I don't know if I was going to do if I had to sit another day with my tush parked at a desk. I guess I got all worried for nothing. Well, suddenly you're all bright and cheerful. Let's just hope that smile on your face lasts until the end of the day's training. Okay, let's get cracking on your first objective, shall we? Your first objective will be to confirm the details of the job you will be performing, but before that, there's something that we need to give both of you. You ready? Yes, they are. Alright, you two, go get one of each for yourself. These are very important, so make sure not to lose them. Okay. Serve as official ways to record the status. Also, anything you may hear or anything that you may find and where, these kind of trivial things can often become clues. No matter how insignificant something may seem, always write it down. Crap, that sounds like it's gonna be a pain. Oh, please tell me if it was my ears playing tricks on me, because I swear I only got one response. I'm sure there were two. Keeping an accurate account of events is an important duty for all bracers. So get with the program and stop trying to make this out to be more than it really is. Okay, I got it. Sure you do. Alright then, let's begin. Look over by the door, you can see that there's a bulletin board standing there. First, I want you to go and check the job description posted there. When the bulletin board is approached, a action mark will appear. Pressing the OK button will display. By selecting the job's names on the list, you can view their details. Blah de blah de blah. This training will involve searching the sewers beneath Roland and bringing back the contents of a chest. Be automatically recorded. Notebook can be easily found by clicking on the Books tab, and the Items menu can be accessed by considering blah blah blah. Very good. It looks like you were able to see what was posted without any trouble. Yeah, we can read! Yes! Mission 1 complete! Checking the bulletin board is one of the most basic functions. Is to see whether or not there are any urgent tasks which need immediate attention is also important duty. There's an equal level of responsibility in the jobs themselves. I think being a bracer calls for much more than just someone with a half-hearted attitude. Had a change of heart, have you? You betcha. Well, before all that motivation sneaks off somewhere, let's get to work on your next task. What will we be doing this time? You just read what you're going to be doing. How to use services. He has graciously taken time out of his work schedule to explain things, so make sure you're on your best behavior. Okay. And modify your ordnance and synthesize support. Arts have a wide range of effects, and if mastered, can be extremely helpful. The bracer business is a pretty risky occupation, so the guilds have had a long-standing relationship with these guys. Anyway, this is about as much as I can explain. I'll leave the technical details to the expert. If you wouldn't mind taking over from here. Look at that guy just walking into the fucking table. Leave everything to me. So what is this you would like to know about? Oh, I guess we're gonna... These are mechanical devices which exhibit an array of effects through the installation of various types of cores. By definition, this means that lights, airship, engines, and so on are also types of ornaments. However, the ones we will be discussing today here are battle ornaments which enhance the user's physical abilities and make it possible to use magic. Since each ornament is adjusted to match the owner's personal aptitude, the structures for these devices also differ for each owner. Simply put, the shape of the fixed element slots and lines which connect them vary. At any rate, that's the layman's explanation. In order to install quartz, you must first have an open slot. By default, the central slot is open, but the other slots must be opened at an orbital factory like this. It'll take a fair amount of SEP to do. EP, which is needed for magic, will also see a max increase according to the number of open slots. I recommend opening them all as soon as possible. So, is that what you want to know? Orbital arts are magic which can be changed exclusively through the use of battle ornaments. In other words, a number of peculiar effects can be produced by using the orbital energy stored within these mechanical devices. Since orbital arts can be a mouthful, they are almost universally referred to as arts, probably ought to have been called that from the get-go. There are several types of arts, but in order to be able to use them, their corresponding quartz must first be synthesized at an orbital factory. Ornaments are also set up so that once a particular quartz is installed into a slot, the owner will be able to use those arts. The type of arts one can use also changes depending on the elemental value and the combination of installed quartz. Basically, if you want to use water arts, all you have to do is install quartz with a water elemental value. In reality, ornaments are much more complex than what I have described, but I think this information should suffice for now. Quartz. Quartz are circuits made from SEP. Quartz have a vast number of effects and raise the owner's ability when simultaneously making it possible for them to use arts. However, you will not be able to harness any of these effects until quartz has been installed into a slot, where there are also fixed slots in which only a certain type of elemental quartz can be installed. This being the case, when you synthesize a new quartz, be sure to check your ornament and decide where you will be installing it ahead of time. Fragments of septium, which are dropped by monsters. They are divided into 7 types: earth, water, fire, wind, time, space, and mirage. They can be exchanged for Mira almost anywhere, but at an orbital factory it can be used to synthesize quartz and to open orbit slots in which to install and synthesize quartz. We're good. Let's have you both try and use the services for now. For that, you're going to need some... With that amount, you two should be able to synthesize a few quartz. Now, I want you to begin by first making an elemental quartz that will work with each of your particular orbits. In your case, Estella, any element quartz is okay, but for you, Joshua, it has to be a time elemental quartz. Normally at a shop, you would be able to exchange Sabuth for Mira, but for this training, you will not be able to use this service. Talk. Hi there, it looks like you two are doing well with your training. If you'd like to modify your orbit, please select the Modify Trade button. Let me actually listen to what she has to say. Now install quartz into your orbments so that you can use both recovery and attack arts. Look at your orbments and make sure that recovery and attack arts are divided up between them by looking at your arts and quartz charts in your bracer notebook in order to figure out which quartz you need to install. Then you can synthesize them at orbital factory. So, I'm not really reading this. I don't understand what it wants me to do. Okay. Oh, maybe that's why. But I thought I just did. Oh, so I didn't use the correct one. Okay. Jesus. Is that what you wanted me to use? God. It should make dealing with monsters much easier. Additionally, your bracer notebooks contain information about which courts allows you to use which arts, if you'd like to, blah 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 blah. Alright, our training here is almost finished. Last of all, I'm gonna have one of you open a new slot. Yeah. Okay. Haha. So we're to the testing area. You mean like now? I don't know if I'm ready for... How about a little less yapping and a little more walking? Guess you're taking that test. Thank you for all your help. Don't mention it. Good luck with that test of yours. We'll be rooting for you. I'm gonna remember this. You left me high and dry like this. Down to this, your qualification test will begin here. I expect to see you both use what you've learned up to this point. Understood? What's wrong? What now? I was kind of wondering, but is there like gonna be a paper test or something? Did Cassius drop you on your head as a child or something? You just read what it said on the bulletin board not too long ago, right? Yeah, and? And they even made you jot down what you read on your bracer notebooks, unless you forgot that too. I'm pretty sure the job listing mentioned searching for and retrieving an item from the sewers. Ringing any bells yet? What a relief! Oh, divine, I give thanks to thee for thy infinite grace in bestowing upon us such wonderful gifts as sewers. So, what you're really saying is that you thought it was a paper test. No wonder you were acting all crazy back at the horrible factory. I can already feel the nostalgia, all those horrible days stuck in a classroom, starting to feel like grand memories indeed. I'm really starting to wonder if we'll be able to graduate at all. What's wrong with you? Why do you have to go and say something like that when I'm trying to reminisce about positive things? Alright, that's enough jabbering, you two. This is supposed to be a test, so how about the both of you try to at least look a little anxious? Just so you know, though, if you do happen to flunk the test, you don't even want to imagine the kind of homework I am stored for both of you. Haha, we'll be fine. Just tell us what you want us to do and let us lose. Well, if you're so confident, then how about proving that you're not just blowing hot air with the results of your test? Anyways, you both sound the bulletin board. The test will be a search, conduct, and roll in sewers. Retrieve contents of a chest. Simple, so don't need to worry about getting lost. However, there are real living, breathing monsters down there, so if you get careless and let down your guard, you will be sorry. Also, let me give you this before I forget. Dear Mom! Monster Guide! What's the book for? It's called a Monster Guide, and it's used to record information about monsters and other opponents you meet, dumbass. Whenever you figure out an enemy's attributes, you should make an immediate note of it in there. Sounds pretty straightforward to me. He who controls the flow of information controls the tide of battle. You've really got a good head on your shoulders. That's some pretty useful advice. Thanks for the tip. We'll put it to good use. Alright then, let's get pumped and knock this out. Don't forget though, there is an exam. We should make sure to treat it as such. Alright, can I save? File... Save. Save. Alright. Ooh, recovery points! Recovery points do what they say they do. They recover you. Rest. Do. Recovery. Recovery. That is one ugly ass monster. Monsters cannot be seen from far away. They will become visible as you approach them. The conditions at the start of a battle will change depending on how the monster is engaged. Engaging an enemy from behind is advantageous, while being attacked by the enemy from behind is disadvantageous. Battle order bar indicates who attacks first. Start from top and moves down. Hint. Oop. Since target can move, select the target in the area will move the character to attack. When an enemy is out of range, the icon will appear on your cursor. Selecting an out-of-range target will move the customer character closer to it, but no attack will be performed. Oops. You have to literally click on it. Gotcha. Well, it didn't even attack me, so whatever.
Piece of cake.
Oh, this is nostalgic to old school Final Fantasy. I love it. Here comes some more. Depending on the enemy, some physical attacks may be ineffective. Let's use arts, not physical attacks. Okay. Good at avoiding physical attacks. One. Okay. Take out BP. Alright. Art. Alright. Alright. Crisp onion. Yes. Because eating something a monster dropped is a good... good idea. So now I'm using crafts. craft. That's lame. Alright.
Come on.
Yay, go team! Craft. Yeah, kick its ass. Kick its ass. Kick its ass. Alright! Yeah! Yeah, monsters. Doors rested, it appears to be locked. Okay. Kick its ass! What a surprise, another creepy thing. I wish there was an easier way to take care of them. One blow using the S-craft or S-break should do the trick for just about any enemy. This catches, or CP has to be at least 100 to pull off one of those moves. These devastating attacks can only be unleashed when the CP gauge is above 100. S-breaks are actions which allow S-crafts to be immediately unleashed while ignoring the battle order. Now into tactics. So they're gonna, oh they are. These are actions which allow S-crafts to be immediately unleashed while ignoring a battle order. Once the CP gauge has reached 0, S-crafts will be used as S-breaks. Can be changed by going to tactics within the main menu. Press the button to unleash the S-break. Alright.
Let's do this.
I'm digging this. Miss! You fail at life, sir. Get back! Yeah! That's right. Kicked your ass. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? During battle, there are several bonuses which can be allotted to turns. Turn bonuses have the same effects regardless of whether they are allotted to an ally or a foe. Using S-breaks to ignore the battle order makes it easier to jump in and strip an enemy of their turn bonus. Good to know. Hint. Battle order bonuses. These icons indicate the bonuses allotted to the battle order. If a bonus icon appears next to a character's icon, they will receive that bonus. Okay. No, oops. Sorry, you have to click on them. I fucked up. My bad. Yeah, suck my dick. Wow, you suck. You both suck, what the hell? Alright. Let's kill something here. Thanks. This guy's just like hanging out in the corner doing nothing. Like, okay. Yay, HP heal, move. Wow. This is very easy. Hopefully that's just because it's a tutorial. Small box! That's weird, there's a couple of boxes inside the treasure chest. The fact that there is not just one but two is kinda interesting too. Remember, our mission is to search. Pretty sure they're looking for these boxes. This will fall under our mission objective. You're no fun at all. This has nothing to do with our mission. It's what I like to call good, honest curiosity. You know, we're the only ones down here. We can get away with the teensy-weensy pink, right? If you feel like flunking today's test, then by all means be my guest. Opening one of those boxes could result in an automatic fail for the both of us. If this were a real job, the contents of those boxes would belong to the client. And as long as they were nothing illegal, we would have no right to open them. I know you're right, but I just can't help myself. If you absolutely have to know what's inside, why not ask Miss What's-Her-Face when we get back? But for now, we need to focus on getting out of here. Alright, alright. Gonna rest here first. And I think this is where I'm gonna leave off this episode. So I'm gonna save it here, and then we will meet here again next time. So thanks for watching. Bye.